Welcome on in. We're back on another new episode of the Overcast, and now the crew has a few with us. Of course, it's me solo, your meteorologist, your weatherman, whether you like it or not. Up here we have Saint. Saint.
Yeah, we might be
Welcome,
different
folks.
on depending on the screens.
Yeah.
so you know, but that's all right. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Nah, but introduce yourself.
Obviously, I'm Saint. Welcome to the Overcast. As always, Amalgam is here joining us. You guys have seen him before. Frankie is here. MADdot.
Hello.
And if you guys don't know what's happening in the world and what today is official Spider-Man Day.
Yep. National Spider-Man Day.
National
Yes.
Spider-Man
Day,
and we all are fresh. Amalgam, the most fresh out of the theater. Oh yeah, we all.
Yes,
You got your
I got
pen
the
too.
pen.
It's nice, man.
Yeah, I got the pen in the bag.
Okay.
I got the pen in the bag.
Amalgam fresh out of the theater a couple hours ago, but we are all here.
Everybody flexing movie theater relics. Oh,
Yeah,
we got
exactly.
MADdot. We got MADdot in. First time.
Welcome.
Yep. My first time here. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Yep. And MADdot has does a lot of great content. He has his own podcast and stuff that he does. We'll make sure to get all those links in the description so you'll be able to click and check out that stuff as well. But for today,
Ooh.
we're here to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day.
And it is
The
a
big
brand new
spider.
day.
Oh yeah.
We
Spider Day.
have a loose format here when it comes to movies because we're still trying to figure out, our rating system, what we like, what we don't like. But right now, I feel like the best thing to do is just go about the general thoughts. I will like to reserve my thoughts for last because I feel like I'm gonna spur a couple more conversations with what I thought. But Solo, you want to start us off on your thoughts? Oh, actually, MADdot, you're our guest.
Who, me?
I
mean,
thoughts on the
you
movie?
insist. But yeah, I don't know. I walked out Spider-Man Brand New Day. Technically I saw it last night. My parents went to see it this morning, and this is my dad's pin I'm holding. But yeah it was like 2 a.m. when we left. It's crazy. But yeah, I saw it in 3D. I was really excited going into this because I like Tom Holland's, Spider-Man and all that, but I feel like his movies tend to be a little, they don't really work as well on their own. Like they always feel like a part of the MCU rather than, Spider-Man movies. Like they're more like Spider-Man themed MCU movies and all that. And this really seemed like it was finally gonna feel like a Spider-Man adventure that was meant to be mainly a Spider-Man story, just in the MCU and all that. And I feel like it's definitely the most contained and probably definitely the best paced Marvel's like MCU Spider-Man movie yet. I definitely think that there were a lot of great parts about it. I really like how Peter Parker really became the center of the story. There was no like Doctor Strange or Iron Man to take like a big seat and all that or get him out of BS. Like, it really was his story, his problems he was dealing with, all his BS, everything that came with it. It was almost like his Spider-Man 2. Where I feel like that, like he was coming down with the weight of everything, and he had to face it himself. There was no weaseling out of it. And I think that I really like when they did have they had the Hulk in there, but he didn't feel overbearing. He felt like a decent part of the story. They included a lot of villains, like the Hand was there. Tombstone, I wish it kind of had a little more to do, but like I don't know. It was still cool having him there. I really like Sadie Sink's character, which I know is like a big secret. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think it was really cool what she did. I think she did great acting there, and I think that she had a really good role. And I don't know. I just thought that the whole story itself was really interesting. I think that it was weird seeing Peter Parker so miserable because he's always pampered by Tony Stark and his tech and all these good things. And it's like, man, it's weird to see him like get the Tobey Maguire treatment. It's weird, but here we are, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, like I like the other ones, but like I think Brand New Day definitely might be the strongest overall Tom Holland Spider-Man movie out there. I don't know. Like some people are saying that it's better than Spider-Man 2, Raimi, or Spider-Verse, and I'm like, hold up.
Brand New Day was the one with all the Spider-Man in it, right? That was the next to last one.
No Way Home is the last one with like all the
No Way Home.
Spideys.
Brand New Day is
This one.
Brand New Day is his first solo one.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Okay.
really solo.
Vulture. Okay, yes. I have a note about that.
No, that's Homecoming, the one you're talking
Oh,
about.
Vulture's Homecoming. This one's Brand New Day. Like this one we literally all went to see. That's Brand New Day.
Okay. I got confused. My
that's
thoughts
fine.
connected. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, me or?
I know. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't know if you had anything else.
Oh no, I was just saying that like I do think that it's like some people are saying that like this is like even better than like Raimi's Spider-Man 2 or like Spider-Verse, and I'm like, well, hold up, maybe I wouldn't go that far, but I do think it's definitely a higher end of Spider-Man. I think it's a lot stronger than like say like the Taza movies and like Spider-Man 3 and stuff like that. Definitely, I think it'd probably just be like the best Marvel MCU Tom Holland movie, and I feel like if we keep going in this trajectory, where like it just gets better with each entry because they're not gonna stop making these. And like he's gonna make $1 billion in a weekend. So
I agree. I agree with everything you said. And my main point to take off of what you said is they finally gave Tom Holland this is finally one of the first Spider-Man movies that I felt like is about Spider-Man ultimately. Mind you, I feel like it's entirely too late to give him that solemn, I'm miserable thing after getting pampered from Tony Stark for the majority of his career. That said, while I do feel like this was the most Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, this, in my opinion, and MADdot, we didn't tell you, this is a spoiler cast. We assume our fans assume that, as far as I'm concerned, that was a Jean Grey movie that had Spider-Man in it.
What do you mean, Jean Grey?
Jean Grey. It was a backdoor X-Men.
Jean Grey, yeah.
Backdoor X-Men pilot with Jean Grey being the star of the movie that had Spider-Man in it.
I kept thinking about it myself. Like every time it was to her, it's like, is she like a mutant or something like that? Well, like, I mean, they never explicitly say it, but I mean, the whole test thing, I'm like, yeah, that's a mutant, It's basically groundwork for X-Men. So, but it was cool though.
And so my opinion of it leads back to, as far as I'm concerned, while these Spider-Man movies have been good, I'm happy to have them. This movie cements that Spider-Man to Disney is not a central character. He is a companion character to whoever they want to spotlight.
Agreed.
During the Civil War, Iron Man. Endgame Avengers, Iron Man with Spider-Man.
And it's because you can't kill him. It's because you can't kill him.
Can't kill him yet. They're not ready for Miles Morales, so Spider-Man got to be Spider-Man. My favorite Spider-Man movie was Homecoming. I thought the Vulture, I thought the Vulture was a great villain for that movie and a great setup for the real Sinister Six to come out and do what they needed to do. It was a great story. I felt like it focused a little too much on Spider-Man being hampered by that tech, but it was a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man 2, Far From Home. Mysterio was a poor villain for that movie. It could have been literally anyone else, as far as I'm concerned. And then with Brand New Day, I'm going into it. Okay, we get organic webbing, we get evolution of Spider-Man and his powers, and the way, as far as I'm concerned, the way they handled his powers, the way they handled the companion characters of the movie. Hulk was great. Loved the Hulk. As far as I'm concerned, Hulk was there to talk about the inhibitor. They needed a character that needed to be contained. So who's the best character to contain something?
And not to interrupt you, Saint, I want to be the first to say it that the Genosha project with the inhibitor collars, Peter Parker just invented them in that movie. FYI, he just invented them in that movie. But I want to be the first to say it.
Yeah.
I just want to be the first to say it.
So listen, the minute he realizes that, if I put this on her, I was like, this is the same shit. This, next they're gonna be building those guns that they shot Storm with in X-Men '97.
But I'll tell you my take.
Well, them things they was using, not to cut no one off. Them things they was using. Now go ahead. No, I'm just saying, them guns seems like it, but it wasn't. Go ahead,
I'll tell you my take on the movie. So when I say, okay, this is his third movie, right?
Yeah,
this is
third solo.
Fourth, right?
Yeah,
This is his fourth movie, right? Okay.
On his own, you mean, or
It's
featured?
It's his fourth
Solo movie, yeah.
solo
like out of the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man line, not just being in the
Yeah.
MCU.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
his
Civil
fourth
War and all
movie.
that.
It's
Yeah.
his fourth solo titled movie, right?
Mhm.
And it's the first time you see him the way we've always seen our other Spider-Man, consistently and
Living
perpetually.
life, struggling.
Yeah, like it's so it was sort of strange to see him in this new skin where he's not hugged by family and good things. Because if you remember, when we're introduced to Peter Parker, he's very immature. Everything's a game to him. Even after he fought Thanos, he was like, oh, he's talking to Mysterio like, yo, I fought a purple alien. Like, it's not real to him. It's he's a child. You understand what I'm saying? So if it would have been Toby's Spider-Man, having had gone through all of that, he would have had a different outlook. Toby was a much more serious Peter Parker because we were able to watch Ben Parker die in his arms. You know what I'm saying? The only time that we see Peter Parker become a serious person is when May Parker dies.
3 movies in.
And it was like so many movies in.
3.5 movies in, after being saved by Iron Man in the first movie, by being saved by fucking Doctor Strange in the second movie, and other Spider-Man.
All host of plot armor. But my whole thing with that is, and this is not me, this is me complimenting Tom Holland on wanting to
let's all say Tom Holland's a great Spider-Man.
Tom Holland made sure that
My
he gave us a Peter Parker film more so than just a Spider-Man film, because Peter Parker did and had character growth just as a human being. Forget just a superhero. He had to realize that, you know, for some things he has to do things by himself to grow in certain ways, and for other things he needs people around him. And that's great because now he's going off to Battle World, right? Right. So
That's Secret Wars?
Yeah, but it takes place in Battle World, whatever the case. But I like the film for them taking us back to the roots of actual Spider-Man, giving us the dingy apartment that has
I love this apartment.
Loved
it.
Me too.
Weird spider cave sort of appeal. I love that. You know what I mean? Because all of our Spider-Men had that. Again, they had to, by all accounts and purposes, take us back to the roots. And Spider-Man is only really, really good when he's angsty. Let's be serious, bro. Spider-Man is trash.
Yeah.
I feel because they took him back to that version of Spider-Man, to the non-protected, making his own way, making his own. I mean, he still got that fabricator, which is pretty dope, but oh well. I feel like, if anything, to me, again, like I would say, Brand New Day was not a Spider-Man movie. It was a Marvel movie with Spider-Man, some X-Men, your favorite green guy, and pick a random Spider-Man villain.
Can I give you pushback on that? Can I give you pushback on both of y'all on that?
Well, let me finish this one set. I do feel like the Spider-Man that we got in Brand New Day will make for the perfect Spider-Man movie, the next one they make.
All right. So you guys said it was a featurette, right?
I have to feel like it was a featurette.
You feel like it was. But to be honest, if you watch, you know what this reminded me of, man? And it reminded me of being a kid. When I was a child and I used to watch the Spider-Man 95 series. Remember that?
Yeah.
If you watch Spider-Man do an investigation, right, in one movie, he'd run into like 6 superheroes.
I know.
Just trying to figure something out.
Listen,
hey,
I remember the episode what episode did he randomly show up at talking to Reed Richards? I'm like, he's a fucking kid. And he's like, let me go ask Reed Richards. And so, yeah, I get that too. And I thought, I know where you're going. Okay, right. Your pushback is justified. It did feel like that. Everyone had that place, but it's also like the more people that I saw, the less I felt like they're giving the thing to, and also because they just put people in there, it took justice away from that character. Again, Hulk is a great character. Hulk is an amazing character. The Hulk was there to introduce the inhibitor. Period.
And to become Savage again.
Yeah,
Okay,
100%.
I
That was
like that.
purposely.
I like the
That was done purposely.
Changing hearts and minds, everybody. I'm changing hearts and minds.
Okay. Okay. What about?
It's like in the middle. It's like in the middle.
Hey,
Like
man,
I get saying a little bit. Like it feels like a Marvel movie with Spider-Man when you compare it directly to like a Raimi or Tasm. Like it's if you put them next to like another vanilla Spider-Man, it's still you can still feel that. But if you compare Brand New Day to the other Tom Holland stuff, it's a massive improvement. At least for me. I mean, it felt way more like Spider-Man.
Way more like Spider-Man. I do feel like and correct me, like my boy like to say, box me if I'm talking crazy. I do feel like they entirely wasted the evolution of who Spider-Man is by one, making it about the inhibitor, and two, making it more about, like you guys said, Spider-Man created and delivered right to a damage control or whatever shadow entity for the next movie that's going to come in and just buy all their assets up and take them over. He introduces the mutant collars. So I felt like as a Spider-Man fan, they didn't do that justice because that should have been prime. That should have been him figuring it out through the entire movie, how to challenge and control those things and do those things, not, oh shit, I got 5 ninjas in front of me, I need to figure it out quick. As far as I'm concerned, you wasted the whole subplot of having him evolve if you make it what he needs to fucking defeat the bad guys without explaining how he gets under control.
I don't.
Some people gonna say instinct. I get that, but
or desperation, but I don't want to bogart the whole thing. I want to hear from Amalgam.
Sorry.
Where you at with it?
Now, I didn't love the movie. Don't hate me for it. I enjoyed it. I love the take that they took. You all got good points. You're all right. Is it the best Spider-Man take? I think 3 was. I think I connected more.
What?
No Way Home?
He said Spider-Man. No Way Home.
Wait, you said Spider-Man 3 is the best?
No Way Home is the best.
No Way Home.
To me.
Oh, yeah. Marvel. Oh, I think it meant like Venom Spider-Man 3.
Oh, no.
Wow, okay.
Oh. No Way Home.
The No Way Home. You mean No Way Home.
I was going to say, ain't nobody saying that.
No Way Home's fair. I was just like, wow, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I said it plenty of times. I'm not taking nothing away from Toby.
Venom was like kind of,
I enjoyed that. That's at the time, that was my guilty pleasure at the time. Them introducing Venom and all that was there. Now, back to the whole Toby. I feel like they try to, I agree with what Frankie was saying. I agree with every and I loved how they sprinkled. It's grounded. They grounded it. And I get y'all argument on the past MCU. That was purposely done like that. I don't know if y'all ever heard him say it before. Like the last 3 films, that was just the intro to him. And then this is going to be his true start. This is the real start for Peter Parker. I love that they kept it grounded. And I love how they...
Maybe I'm impatient.
I love
feel
how
like I could have done more with him by now.
Oh, no. I you're not wrong. I love how they sprinkle little things here, like characters in the city. Like I said, they don't necessarily belong to the story, but they're here. Like he is in the comics. He'll visit a character here and there. Like they're all around the city, just for the hell of it. Now with the Black Widow, I wish they would have chosen a better character, but I still like how they did it because he's a. How can I say?
That's a vintage plug.
Peter, Spider-Man. He belongs everywhere. He's spread out everywhere. So that's why I love how they do that. They kept it with the comics.
Okay,
I was gonna say that.
I'm retracting my previous statement about how I felt like they just threw people in there. I wanted. I guess I wanted a strictly Spider-Man movie, but it is
originally Spider-Man was a street level hero.
All y'all takes. That's what they're trying to do. But I think to Saint's argument, I don't think they really did it. They perfected it or took time enough to really make them the street. If I'm wrong, correct me. That street level.
They established that. They established that further in that movie.
What Saint was trying to say, they could have done it a little better. It was a little. It's not. It wasn't 100. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. Like to me, this movie, I ain't love it 100%. I love. There's certain things I could take away. I ain't like the whole webbing thing. I feel like they should have stick with the cartridges. And I get what they were doing. They kept it grounded, but I wish they would have kept it grounded in another way. Again, I love the little. I love the little guest stars. I love how they did. I'm not upset that they teased Tombstone. I love that. They don't got it. I knew what it was.
I thought, like
I knew they
MADdot said,
wasn't
I
all
thought
gonna
that would
have
be
their parts.
longer.
I know they wasn't.
I was hoping for that would be longer.
I knew they wasn't gonna have all these
they
parts.
just
All the names that they
established
was
a
mentioning,
bigger rogues gallery. That's what just happened right there.
It was just establishing that this is what we're gonna get. Hopefully in the near future, they're just establishing the Spider-Man mythos. They're like, okay, this is what you in this world, this would exist. It's like the MCU, right? Like they'll do little nods. Black Panther's over here or whatever, but they're doing it in Spider-Man's mythos. I love that. Tombstone is over here. There's not, like I said, the Hulk necessarily didn't have to go with the story. But I love that they do that. Like you said, that was a callback. They brought back. They just ain't grounded Spider-Man. Brought us back what people wanted from Peter and Spider-Man. They brought us back. Savage Hulk was stolen from us. What we were cheated from Endgame or Infinity War, whatever it was.
That Savage Hulk is the no banner only Hulk.
Back. So I like
he
how
has his own personality. Like
they gave us that back. They gave that. Sorry, so excited. But so no, I enjoyed the movie. I ain't love it, but I enjoyed it. I love how they kept it grounded. I feel like they was trying to do a lot of callbacks to Toby Peter Part 2 when he was going through his things. But I love that. I guess I feel like they made it too much emo without doing the emo. Too much depressing. He was isolated. I get that I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. That's why I connect to Homecoming when he was when he was facing all those losses and he had to be on his own. But I like this because this is back to my point. It was just showing that he was isolating himself from the world and it was not healthy. He was too emo. He was going dark. And there was something, you can't isolate, you closing the world off. Sometimes you gotta move on. And how can I what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, I'm sorry, y'all.
No, that's fine.
I lost my train of thought right there, man. Damn, I was just getting too excited.
But let's continue on that train of thought because if you notice, Tobey Maguire also went through some type of power loss.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they were trying to do that
when he got emotional. So there's always this thing where Peter Parker's emotions are dysregulate his genetics, and they've used that in Raimi's Spider-Man. Obviously, Raimi's Spider-Man was the Spider-Man that we saw originally on screen with organic webbing, as was the original Spider-Man from Amazing Fantasies.
Yeah,
the cartridges were contemporary.
But the cartridges was in the mythos for so long now that people ain't care for
100%.
And I understand why for the Toby they did that. A difference was, but that's what I was saying before. That was my argument before, not to cut away and make this conversation long.
No, 100%.
These comic book movies, these people, they're making their own films at the end of the day. They're not giving us what we already know because we don't want to be surprised. No, not just that. They're giving a lot of stuff that don't go nothing to the comics. They're giving us the old take regardless. Not just that.
Oh, 100%.
But back to this movie, I like how he was, he had to adapt and continue and leave, like I said, leave everything behind. I like it, but I just didn't like the little emo part, even though that is Spider-Man in the comics. I go back to the comics always, and the animated series the same way, that he was down on his luck, and he was going through something, and he was looking through advice, like the little sprinkles around the city. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I ain't love it. There's little takes I could be like, I ain't agree with, and certain things I could be like, I understand, and I'm good. They could have done the grounded work a little bit more better, but it was good nonetheless. It was good. I agree with all of y'all. Y'all all got perfect takes, and that's why I'm like, I'm not even gonna jump on this. Y'all saying everything perfectly. That's why I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I think one little thing is that I like going into this, I kind of got like a lot of hype because I remember at the beginning, like critics got good reviews, but it wasn't like exceptional or anything. But then like people started seeing it and they were saying this is like the greatest thing they ever laid their eyes on, like the best Spider-Man. Oh my God, you gotta see this. This is like a cinematic masterpiece. And then I kind of got a little gassed, even though I was taking it with like, grain of salt, because I was like, all right, well, shit, I'm a little excited now. I left basically like, that was good. That was very good, but nowhere near as good as people were saying.
I'm not disappointed.
That's my point.
It was worth the wait. I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't.
I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it.
They changed the game, break the mold right now. No, it was a great Spider-Man. It had great Spider-Man stuff, but some prime example, some things were poorly executed. For example, I love this meme.
Watching Brand New Day is a Spider-Man fan. Watching Brand New Day is a Jean Grey fan. That's funny.
Watching Brand New Day as a Spider-Man fan. Great movie. Loved it. They had a little redhead girl in there that was jumping bodies. Great. X-Men fan, Jean Grey fan. You nerfed this girl the entire movie? Her whole powers were reduced to literal mind hopping and mind jumping. That's all she could do. Jean Grey, one of the second, they teeter between what the one of the two top telepaths in the universe, and she can't. And she spent an entire movie jumping minds in and around the building she needed to get into, and not a single mind told her that her sister was dead. A telepath.
So this is what I'll tell you about that. I'll say about that. In the movie, they sort of established that she was like a lesser. Her sister was, for all intents and purposes, more advanced than she was in probably every way. So they allowed us to watch her create character growth inside of a few minutes after they were bombarding her with, like, having her to forcibly use her power to jump. They didn't know that she was going to be able to literally affect physical objects. However, I understand where you're coming from, where they nerf her and then they give her all this power at the end. But it kind of makes me upset because Xavier is supposed to be her telepath mentor, and she looks like she doesn't need him.
Dude in the whole movie, not one bald-headed dude in the whole movie.
But she looks like she doesn't need him anymore by the end of this movie because she just went through her own character arc.
I'm exaggerating what I'm
trying to say.
Don't tell me. Don't go looking and point out bald-headed people. Sorry.
No, I mean, just saying, she just went through her own character development arc just now.
I feel like
her own training montage, right? In the damage control.
I feel like I need to stand on. That's not a person who knows comics. Even the regular. I'm only seeing movies. Everyone knows what a telekinesis does or whatever. The number one rule for being a telepath is what? You can read minds. I can give you, she can't grab stuff yet, crush things. I get that she can't whatever, but being a telepath, at least from what's been ingrained in us for years, how long Marvel been around? 40, 50, 60, 70 something years?
Pretty much.
Been a bit.
Almost 100,
and
right?
they say that every telepath we've ever introduced has the one main problem, and that's what? They can't walk past. If they don't know how to control their powers, they can't walk past a group of people without hearing everything. She's Sookie Stackhouse without the fucking vampire sex and all that shit. She can hear everything. So you mean to tell me now we got one of the two most powerful telepaths in the entire universe cannot read minds?
You're right about that.
The only thing that she can do is jump within a person for 33 feet. And even if you give me, she can only jump 32 feet. That's fine. She jumped in so many people's brain.
But wait,
in the damage control.
She was reading minds, though. She was reading minds.
As she jumped. Only when she jumped. When she jumped into a body, she read minds. I can see her not jumping into the right amount of bodies. But once she was in damage control, your sister's dead. The assistant that brought you in know your sister died. She saw the body leave.
I see his argument. I think,
and so they limited her to, she had to be in someone's brain, and they limited her to, since you're 33 feet away, you can't tell that I already killed your sister.
You think she could now, though, after this? After the evolve?
Yeah. I think after that huge burst where she had everyone, that's when everything unlocked. That's when you can see her paying attention to not needing to jump at people to know what they're doing and what they're thinking. It's almost instant. And it's the same instant that they gave Spider-Man with his evolution and his spider powers. Oh, black eyes. Oh, I'm good now. Now I know all my instincts, and I know how to work the web perfectly from when I had to concentrate to not drop Mary Jane. It was crazy. It was okay, I can see where you building up something, but then you rushed it at the end just to close the story.
That's what I ain't like, that part. Yeah. That fight with the ninjas, and then that so he's gonna stay like that then, obviously, right? I'm guessing.
Yes, yes, he's done. The inhibitor's gone, broke, done. From this point on.
He don't need the web shooters no more. What I'm saying,
he doesn't need them anymore.
Now he's embraced it now.
See, I would have preferred him with the. That's just me though. That's just me again. I'm not.
But there's several ways to go about this. Remember, they put Aunt May in this movie, and that's an Easter egg or a potential Easter egg, because when Spider-Man in comic books, when he was going through his little evolutionary phase, right, he made a deal with Mephisto to trade away these powers to bring back Aunt May.
Which powers?
No, he gave away the marriage. He was still staying with the powers. He gave away the marriage, the whole Mary Jane, and everybody remembering he was Peter.
Yeah, okay.
Not the powers. It wasn't the powers. It was just. Okay. And then we got.
So that's where they got the Forget Me storyline from.
Yeah.
But they needed to reuse the character, so they brought in.
That was a mixture. Right. Yeah, that was exactly.
But he traded. When did he trade organic webbing? What? I forget.
I don't recall. But the other thing was the marriage. He traded in the marriage. Mephisto wanted that, and he gave that up. His daughter from the future. They gave him his kids, all of that.
Let me check that out.
That's when they decided. That's why they said. I sent you the thing. That was the storyline.
I think that was mine. Sucks. Yeah, I felt
Brand New Day sucks. The storyline. That's when they said this is the story that ruined Peter Parker's comic book run. Not necessarily, but it did. It got dumb. They pretty much rebooted everything. He wasn't with Mary Jane anymore.
That's what that movie felt like to me. This movie felt like to me was a reboot. It felt like, okay, we gave you Spider-Man. He was nourished by Tony Stark. He had all the extra stuff. Now he's the Spider-Man you all know.
But that's
by the way, here's some organic webbing.
And that's what they said. That was the origin. Them 3 movies was supposed to be a quick little introduction, and then it was going to take all that away. Because a lot of people wasn't happy with the way they introduced Spider-Man in the first place. Like I said, pampered with Tony Stark and all that. I ain't mind all that, because he was getting all of that from Tony later on, though, not in the beginning. They just did it. That's all they did. They gave us the same thing, and that's all they're doing. They just gave it, and this is a different take, like the whole Jean Grey. I'm with you, Saint. I agree with you. But with the whole Jean Grey, I think they're just doing, a twist. That's it. Just a little. But I did not. I don't know. I ain't like that part neither. Oh, with the senses, and he got it right there. But
I do think that like an underrated thing that like it's easy to forget, but I think a big reason why this felt different. It's really small, but like I think just the fact that he was wearing a real suit and not CGI like thing, like it felt real.
Yeah.
Well, that was also part of it.
I enjoyed that the most. I thought the nano suits were cool, but I didn't like seeing it all the time. And you can't have a nano suit that lets you allow you to do all kinds of shit, but you're still getting thrown around. You're not even using it the way you're supposed to.
Yeah,
it doesn't like plastic over him, like a plastic wrap over him.
It wouldn't be original to me. Like you said, he had all that since he's supposed to have struggles, even in battle. He had struggle he struggled in them fights, but with that suit he wouldn't. But I like that they went to the classic suits. They stripped him down from all of that.
But they had to.
They grounded him. And they grounded him. No, I'm glad.
They gave us the Iron Spider-Man before we got the black suit Spider-Man. That was crazy.
But that's what I'm saying.
That was crazy.
They had the whole Tony pamper him before everything else. They started from it's like they started backwards. That's all they did. Again, these guys, they do this shit purposely because they know what we're going to get. We know what to expect. But I like how they did it. Other than giving us something that doesn't have nothing to do with none of the backstories. Like I keep saying, these directors, they was giving us movies that, like, what the hell is this? What y'all giving us? This shit ain't. It was like I told you so the other day. Let you create your own Spider-Man or your own Batman movie. You're going to give it your take. You're going to put what you think will be cool, and that's fine. Not everyone's going to, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I get it. It's fine.
But TASM pulled from certain source material, like Doc Ock, the Amazing Spider-Man.
Not everything. Not everything. A lot of that stuff is made up. Not everything. Certain stuff. They still gonna keep certain aspects. But what I'm saying, a lot of hero movies, they make their own stuff. They give us their own stuff. It's like 50 Cent said. If you was to make that and you used to give us what you want, you should have kept it to yourself. Play that junk in the basement for yourself. You got to think. And that's why you think a lot of these stuff flop. A lot of these films flop. All these, and heroes movies. No, superhero movies could go good. It's just y'all giving us what y'all want to give us instead of what. Let's go back to Civil War. Civil War, that was a gift. The fans begging us for that. They wasn't gonna give us Civil War. They gave us Civil War. Like, all right, let's treat them with something. They've been loyal for a long time. Boom. That's all I'm saying. These directors, man, a lot of these guys, they're gonna give us whatever they want. But now they're listening, they're practicing after Civil War and all that. They getting it, and that's all I'm saying. But yeah, again, back to the whole ground.
I also think Sony need to come out with some more of those characters.
Yeah, Craven was cool.
Well, they with the whole Doomsday thing, I think it's a love letter to the deal that they're gonna make, which is, man, let's just share these characters and that's it. Because how are you gonna make a X-Men movie or a Fantastic Four movie if it's always gonna be a contract issue? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Actually, you guys heard about like how like Sony's considering to, like, after Beyond the Spider-Verse, they might just sell it back, the film rights, to Marvel. Like everything outside Spider-Man shits the bed box office now, and it's like, what's the point?
Besides Venom.
That petty holding it just to hold it is losing y'all money because y'all not making movies. What y'all give us? Y'all gave us Venom. Y'all gave us Morbius, Madam Web. Y'all wasted characters to throw stuff out there.
Venom and Venom. Venom was good. Venom did okay.
The first Venom was great.
I think the first Venom was okay.
Which one had Woody Harrelson in it?
The second one was okay. 3 sucked. They ruined that.
Which one had Woody Harrelson in? Was that a second one?
2.
Carnage. Yeah. Okay, I feel like Carnage wasn't great.
It wasn't great, but it was nice to see. So I was about to say it stopped being good after that. That was decent enough to watch, but you haven't given us anything else. Were they Blade too, or was Marvel Blade?
Carnage. They just waited too long on Carnage. It was good. They just waited too long.
Marvel is Blade. Marvel has Blade.
That was Sony, right? That was a Sony movie.
Which one?
Blade was.
Is Blade Sony too?
No, the new Blade is Marvel. The one that just got canceled is Marvel.
I'm pretty sure it's Warner Brothers.
No. Wait, Blade. Blade is one Marvel. The new Blade, the one that we was gonna get.
No.
Oh no, I know that's Marvel.
I'm talking about Wesley Snipes.
I thought that was Warner Brothers.
Oh, Wesley.
I think he's streaming on HBO Max. I'm pretty sure. So I thought it was Warner. Maybe not.
Nah,
maybe.
I forget the studio, man.
Ain't it Fox? I could. No.
Miramax. Who made that?
Oh, Miramax. That's like, I think that's actually a Disney branch at one point. Like that's like their adult label or whatever. I don't know what they do now. I think they're separate now, but they still keep the name. So I don't know the history of Miramax and shit. I just
Sony
know
just being petty,
Disney's thing.
Sony just gotta give it up.
I forget, but you know, Disney really, like, Marvel separated itself a lot from the Blade movie in a way that it didn't get promo the way a regular superhero movie get.
But the original Blade?
Yeah, the original Blade. Yeah. Blade became a commercial success with Wesley Snipes.
I knew it was going to shit when they put Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh, the third one.
Not that he had a great actor had to become and done his thing. I just knew then it wasn't about Blade anymore. It's about who you can put in the Blade movie.
Yeah, it was a cash grab.
They're giving us what they want. These guys give us what they want. That's why I keep telling you about these directors.
So I've been seeing this a lot too.
Tom Holland's been trying really hard, I heard, to get Miles in the picture.
Yep. He said, I've seen multiple articles and listened to multiple interviews where he said that he has a plan. He knows how he will introduce Miles Morales. It is a plan. And so I'm interested to see how this goes, because on top of, there's a ways you could do this without making people mad. And what I think they should do is introduce him and then spin them off and have them both doing Spider-Man at the same fucking time. I don't think they should end one to start another one, because the one that they start is going to fail because they want Tom Holland still.
I mean, I feel like Miles would have to be like, they have to plant a seed by like the next movie. Like, they technically Homecoming had Uncle Aaron. They just didn't blatantly say it. But that was obviously Uncle Aaron.
Well, they did in
Charles Gambino, right?
No, they did in the deleted scene. So they trying to, and then they introduced him again in this film. The Cross the Spider-Verse, whatever. I mean, that'd be cool. But I'm with you, Saint. Introduce them both together. Don't pass the torch. Don't do it away.
Because you don't necessarily need to. Everything that they're doing with universes and everything they're doing with all those other stuff, if you can bring Fantastic Four from wherever they are to wherever everyone else is, you can do the same thing with Miles Morales. And then got a Miles Morales movie, give that torch to a great director and have him do right by the character. And then you have Tom Holland ride Spider-Man out till he old Peter Parker.
I mean, I know Amy Pascal said that Sony's apparently already planning a live-action Miles for sometime after Spider-Verse wraps, and she didn't say whether it was part of Marvel or they're gonna try and be cute and make it like its own thing, like Venom or whatever, which would be horribly stupid.
I agree.
I don't know. I would really hate if they just made it a bootleg Spider-Man that doesn't have anything to do with the universe.
I would much rather them if they would do something like that. Don't do it at all. Just don't do it at all. If you're gonna stay true to the character and really put work in the character, then I'll stand behind it, even through 1 or 2 movies when you're figuring it out. But if you're just gonna blatantly, hey, his name is Miles, but everything else is different. He's an Irish boy. I don't want to. Now we're not having a conversation anymore.
We don't want fucking Ryan Gosling as Miles Morales. Like, nah, wrap that shit up, gang.
You noticed it was trying to toy with us certain parts in the film. They try to toy with us certain parts in the film, like when the cop, with the names, they're like, is that Miles?
I kept
they try to toy with us. They toyed with my feelings.
One of her sons Miles. I can't wait for one of her sons Miles.
Feelings. They played with my feelings, and also when Peter passed, when he got shot at the end, you should have saw the theater. Everybody was like Miles. Everybody was whispering Miles. I'm like, oh my god, here we go. And I knew that wasn't gonna happen. Literally, people next door to me were like. People was in shock when he got shot. Like
that's something we did.
Kill him off right away. I'm like, nah, they're not gonna do that.
Well, that's a callback. That sniper shot is a callback to. It looks exactly like when Spider-Man got shot. And
May got
saving
shot too.
Yeah, when he got shot saving Captain America from Bullseye. When the Sinister Six was on the way to his house, and Iceman and Human Torch were there. This is the universe where Miles comes from. In the universe where Miles comes from, Spider-Man died.
Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, the Ultimate Universe. That reminded me that shot. But the thing
is, a similar shot in the main timeline universe as well.
That's
when May dies and he makes the.
Is that the only place Miles Morales gets web shooters from is from Peter Parker. So the thing is, right? Which Peter Parker is he gonna meet?
I think it's this one
because he needs web shooters. But this guy doesn't have web shooters anymore.
We talked about this before. We think it's Andrew Garfield. It would have to be Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
He's the only one that uses web shooters.
You can't. They're not touching Tom Holland for the next 12 years. He's not going nowhere. So if they want to do Miles Morales, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man has to die.
Yeah,
I mean, apparently the word is that Secret Wars are gonna bring Toby back for the purpose of basically killing him, which I don't know why, but I mean, Secret Wars. I guess anyone could die at that point.
They bring in the Spider-Man. Wait, multiple Spider-Men fight during there?
I don't know much about the history of Secret Wars. I just know.
I heard the same rumors though. MADdot was saying. I heard the same rumors because it's supposed to be. I think. Toby and Logan Wolverine, they're gonna have a throwdown. 2 classic characters.
That would be wild.
They're gonna be they're like, you know how they surprised us with Shang Tsung, whatever his name is, and Gambit is gonna be Toby and Gene Hackman. But again, they promised us so much stuff and so many clickbait and so many rumors going around. Who knows? But I agree with MADdot. I heard the same thing though. I could see that. They're gonna kill off one of them.
Yeah,
they have to.
Not him. Andrew Garfield.
But remember, Andrew Garfield.
That's how they're gonna go about it. They already said it. I already know that.
Remember, Miles Morales doesn't use organic webbing ever.
Yeah, he uses like the same thing like Garfield does.
Yes, he needs web shooters. So if we have 3 Spider-Men and even Ben Reilly, Spider-Man Noir, uses organic webbing.
And don't forget, they're gonna reboot the universe, right? They're gonna reboot the universe. They're gonna take all this stuff away, and supposedly a real universe that's always in play could be Miles, because they gotta retire. By then, they gotta retire all these actors, and I think Tom, he's probably tired. He's trying to have a family. He's trying to take a break for now. So by then, they gotta retire Toby and Andrew, and they probably will introduce Miles after Secret Wars.
I think we're gonna get Miles. I think we're gonna get Miles in the next 6 years.
I think we're going to get him by Secret Wars.
Now, the next 6 years, we're going to get Miles.
That's
and
what
you're not going to have but you're not going to have a retired Tom. Because you want to know why?
No, I'm saying he wants to. I'm not saying he
no,
is.
no.
He wants to. I'm saying
I get it.
By then he might want to.
I don't think Disney. Sorry, my bad. Well, like I know it's like two routes basically. Either Peter dies and then Miles becomes Spider-Man, or Miles basically meets Peter and he gets infected, and then they basically become like a master and like apprentice and all that.
Well,
I
we'll
definitely
hope.
like the former more, but I almost guarantee you Disney's gonna go that route because they'd be stupid to kill off Tom Holland
Yes.
that fast because he's too big of a pull for money and shit.
I could see him doing it. I agree with you.
And not only that,
Only
that, Disney is secretly riding the back of the video games that Sony keeps pumping out.
They put a lot of like finishing moves
I
into
love
that
the
shit.
phone call and the relationship between him and the cop. It reminded me of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to, dude. Even the way
Even
Miles
the swinging,
Morales
the
plays
tank
off
chase.
of Peter. Yeah,
I think they're gonna
the
introduce Miles after Secret Wars, and it's not gonna be Tom.
Maybe. I mean, actually, hold on. Call me crazy, but like, think about it. Like, Avengers comes out this year, and Secret Wars comes out sometime next year, but Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out next year as well. And Across the Spider-Verse acknowledges the MCU. Like, they know that Peter exists.
Yeah.
Do you think they'd be crazy enough to bring them together somehow? Like, the video game's already connected to Spider-Verse. Do you think Spider-Verse would connect somehow to Secret Wars, or do you think that would be too crazy?
No, that's possible.
I think it's a little
crazy. Andrew Garfield in the second side. No, that's not too crazy at all.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield was in Across the Spider-Verse.
Matt, I'll tell you like this.
Was Tom Holland
his uncle? The live action. So no, you're not far. It's not far.
Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire wasn't in Spider-Verse, right? It was on
no.
Andrew.
It was Andrew through like a hologram or something.
In the Prowler, Miles' uncle in the
Donald Glover's Prowler. Yeah.
But this is what I'll say is that Miles Morales, the thing that makes this a little finicky for me is that Miles Morales is, for all intents and purposes, the only Miles Morales that is Spider-Man. So the Spider-Verse Miles Morales would have to be the Spider-Man. Do you understand? That guy would have to come into. He would have to be pulled into Secret Wars.
And I can see that again.
I get what you're saying.
Because if the universes are going to reset, and we acknowledge that Spider-Verse is happening, and we're saying that our Miles Morales developed in the Spider-Verse, and now he's in the MCU, that would mean that there's only one Miles. And if there's only one Miles, that's it.
So basically, if it's connected to the MCU, then MCU can't have another Miles. Because basically destroys all Spider-Verse shit.
Because there's only one Miles in comics. There's many Peters. There's only one Miles that's Peter. I mean, that's Spider-Man, because he was a mistake, like a universal mistake.
I can see that.
Peter Parker's destiny. Miles Morales is a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Only thing though is that no matter how you cut it, MCU is part of it. Factually, they confirmed it. They say in the movie they acknowledge he exists. So even if they were to bring another Miles without ever acknowledging Spider-Verse, that means technically there's always going to be another Miles.
Right.
No matter how you cut it. Maybe it just proves that Miguel was lying, and that's the twist of being Spider-Verse.
Right,
like
because in Spider-Verse, right, the other Miles is a bad guy. Because in the comic books, right, when you meet a variant of Miles Morales, he works directly for the Kingpin.
He's a Prowler.
Is that the one remember Spider-Man when they first meet, the one from the main timeline universe, 616, he teams up with Miles. I got that book. Did you read that issue? Peter comes back home and he looks up for Miles in his reality. And he turns the laptop, I think he Googles him, and he comes in shock when he finds out who it is. Is that the same? Does that lead to that? I don't know if you know what
I think so.
I know what you're talking about, but it it's hard for me to say, but I'm just saying that
because Miles does end up. Well, we all know Miles does end up in the main timeline.
Miles travels through time to meet the original Spider-Man when he was 15 again. Because and another thing is, if they want to do this, if they want to just not acknowledge the Spider-Verse at all, in comic books, Spider-Man, right, in the Spider-Man comic books, remember Miles Morales is Spider-Man at 13. In comic books, he's 2 years younger than Peter when he got big, and his actual life is like really rough. Like his father hates masked vigilantes. His actual. You could do more with Miles if you started a new one in my opinion, than bringing in the Spider-Verse. I can argue that.
I want that
by
to be completely separate outside of giving us Spider-Man 20.
Well, again, we don't know for sure what they're gonna do. I'm just assuming
you get a real street mile. You get a real, because the thing is also the comic book Miles Morales isn't as cookie cutter and put together as the Miles Morales you get in the video game, for example, or even in the Spider-Verse. You get a very, very angsty Miles Morales at 13.
Yeah.
Having the responsibilities of Spider-Man, learning his powers. That's why that could also be a treat. Because, he can't, his name is, his mother's real Morales. His father has a name that he can't take because his Uncle Aaron's a criminal and they used to do crime. Both of them used to do crime, but then the father broke away and became a cop. That's the story. You know what I'm saying? So things with masks and things like that. His father hates that. So like while he's Spider-Man as a 13-year-old, his father's talking hella mess about Spider-Man, mass heroes, all stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's there is a way for them to be very innovative and daring if they just give us a kid, a small child, and
like a middle schooler.
Yes. And then start something, and it would look ridiculously crazy because you will be able to build on someone for 15 years.
That's why I know that kid from Stranger Things ain't gonna be it. They want him to be it. He ain't gonna be it.
Nah, he's like grown already.
Yeah, he's grown. It's gotta be. I agree with you. It has to be. He has to be younger than Tom Holland.
Markedly younger.
Definitely.
Markedly younger. Tom Holland should be like his Peter Parker. Should be like the Peter Parker in the video games that's like living with MJ.
Yeah,
it should be like that.
But again, don't forget, they're not going to give us everything intact. We already know they're giving us what they want, and they're going to give us. And they're giving us a lot of stuff that's not going to.
The fans demanded Savage Hulk back, and they gave us that.
Again,
they literally created a plot
point Civil War
to give us that Savage Hulk,
and that's what I was trying to say with Civil War. They demanded Civil. We could get it. You're not wrong, but I'm just saying to get our hopes up, they could go opposite. That's what I'm saying. Like they could go opposite, and it could still work. What I'm saying, it could still work.
I'm excited for it. So just we have our hard stop only because after an hour it won't make the videos correctly. So, want to take this moment to thank, Amalgam and MADdot for your time being here.
No problem.
As always, Amalgam's always here chilling with us. This was fun.
It was fun.
I was mentioning to Solo, I would like to have you guys take the current X-Men casting and then fan cast the rest because it's coming, man. Maybe we can get ahead of it and to make some prize picks or whatever, because these next couple of months when they start revealing these X-Men it's gonna be a roller coaster.
And the big ones are gonna be like legit. It's gonna be
and I'm not gonna lie when people are like, oh, Jean Grey, I was like, y'all not getting nothing as big as Jean Grey for a while.
Wolverine's gonna be the biggest bombshell. That's probably gonna be a Comic-Con.
Yeah, one of them. I said when I saw Beast and Rogue and I saw Emma Frost, I said, okay, they're doing it now. Well, it's gonna be a while before we see Cyclops. It's gonna be a while before we see Professor X. Who Magneto's gonna be?
Skarsgård. I thought it was Skarsgård. I thought he was in the rumor
for Professor X.
Yeah, the brother.
No, I know Adam Driver was Morales. I didn't not Morales, but Sinister.
What? Oh yeah.
Adam Driver.
I thought you were gonna say Miles Morales. I'm like, the hell?
Yeah. Kylo Ren, he's gonna be Sinister.
I like that.
Yeah. But is that confirmed?
Like that because he's very tall.
Is that confirmed?
I want to say it's confirmed. Hold on.
Again, all I'm saying is Secret Wars. We probably might get all of that confirmed after Secret Wars. The majority of it.
Well, official status, but okay. But everyone else has been confirmed.
Now, guys, I enjoyed this a lot. Again, man.
Thank you again.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining the meteorologist. We study media in all its forms, and we like to talk about it and study it. And MADdot, I would love to pick your brain. Again.
Yes. Also,
Go ahead.
MADdot, real quick, if you want to shout out your channel and your social medias real quick. Also, shoot us a text with those stuff, and I'll make sure that it's in the description as well.
Boy, would I. All right. So, my name is basically the name of my channel, MADdot. I primarily on YouTube. That's like where I put up everything that I make, everything I do. It's on YouTube. But you can also find me on TikTok. I also put up some shorts that I make for the YouTube channel on TikTok and X. I occasionally make posts and reposts and all that stuff. Basically, a way to keep up to date. If you're looking for some content of mine, but just like notifications and all that stuff. Another way of essentially getting alerted of my stuff. So basically, I make like AMVs, video essays, news videos, memes, censorship videos, like it's kind of a variety hour. I kind of talk about things that I find interesting, video game stuff, comic stuff, movie stuff, TV stuff, etc. I just talk about anything really under the sun that has to do with that kind of stuff, the kind of media and whatnot. I've actually been like really looking forward to like taking the next steps. I've been thinking about starting a podcast myself.
Nice.
I've been really trying to focus on building it because I'm almost at 900. I'm on the road to 1K. So doing extremely well for me, which is lovely. And it's not my channel, but I am part of the channel On Point for Gamers that they hold an anime podcast called Anime After Dark, and I am a panelist there every week, Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m.
We'll drop a link for them too. We can all hear vouch for us. He posted a link a couple weeks ago when they did a show. We all popped in. Cool people. So we'll drop all of MADdot's links, Anime After Dark links as well, so you can check those out. Amalgam, he has a YouTube channel he's starting as well. You get his links in there also.
Nice.
Solo don't want to talk about it, but he want to start a YouTube channel too.
Ooh,
so,
boy.
It's happening. It's happening.
Oh yeah,
it's happening. We're gonna be doing big things. So the future's bright. The network is getting bigger. The community is growing, and it's all about exposing people to different thoughts, different opinions, and being safe in the way we take it and give it. Pause.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yo, you and Mike,
been on one.
Goddamn Mike, bro.
This dude been on one all day. Look, y'all, I'm moving my setup. He said, and with no context, he said, yeah, once you get in that room, you're able to open up. It'll be pause.
Three. That's three.
Golly, man. All right.
I'm counting them.
Thank you guys for watching liking, comment, subscribe. Please check out Amalgam, check out MADdot, check out past episodes. Please let us know what you want to hear from next. And we'll be back. You'll see us again talking about X-Men. Say that once again.
Support your local comic shops too.
Support your local comic shop. All right. Take care.
Thank you, Tom Holland. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Primarily for life.